If you're traveling this year or you're visiting a new location and you want to come home with some incredible looking photos, today I'm going to walk you through exactly how I do my photo walks. Right now you might be going out and taking way too many photos or not knowing exactly what to photograph, and to be honest, that used to be me, but until I started applying this new system and my way of doing things, that has totally changed. So before I actually head out on a photo walk, I want to make a list of 3 major landmarks that I can kind of draw a triangle within. I don't want to be walking over a whole new city, catching the metro, losing light. So I usually just try find 3 major spots and try walk within that little area. It may seem a little bit odd, but I've been noticing that when I do stick to a certain location and I'm not constantly buzzing around a city, I do actually have to photograph what I'm seeing, and I'm not always getting FOMO in different spots. I've literally just got a few Google Maps spots that I've starred and saved from, seeing things on Instagram or just like little spots I'm really keen to check out. So staying within that little range is really key for, limiting yourself to actually getting the photos. Unfortunately today though, the light is quite cloudy. It's diffused, which is nice, but not a lot of different colors. The reason I came here to the park today was because I found out that the water supply here in Barcelona is a lot higher this year. So all the fountains are on, and I thought I'd be able to get some different looking shots. But without the sun, it's a bit flat looking, but I'm gonna walk around and see what else I can find here. Because when you are traveling or in a new city, you don't always have the luxury of trying out different lighting or waiting till a better day. So I would always encourage you, no matter what the conditions are, to get out there and take photos. You never know when you're gonna be actually back in this spot. I'm starting to see a little bit of light peek through, which is really nice. And if you saw my last video on photometry, you would know that spot metering is what I'm all about right now. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. When it comes to planning your photo walks, I would always recommend looking for light rather than landmark. Making sure that you schedule your photo walk in the best possible lighting is gonna lead to the best looking photos. I know it might be really difficult if you're traveling with people who aren't really into photography and you don't really wanna be that much of a burden, but if you can really prioritize heading out at golden hour, heading out really early in the morning, or if you head out during the day looking for places with a lot of harsh shadows that you can get some different looking shots, you're gonna see a massive improvement in the quality of photos you can take. Okay, so it is incredibly windy, but I hope you can hear me. So the next thing I want to talk about when it comes to really getting an awesome photo walk is the actual gear you bring along with you. Now, I have certainly spoken about this before, but having a camera that you are actually excited to use and bring out with you is going to be really important when you're getting shots on a photo walk. I only like to bring along with me 1 camera and 1 lens. In this bag, I'm using the Deep Design 6-liter sling. I've got the Osmo that I'm filming on, and I've got my camera, and I got my phone. That's it. Maybe a water bottle, some sun cream, nothing more. You don't want to overload yourself with too many decisions with a bunch of different lenses. So with any photo walk, I always try to stick to 1 lens and 1 camera. Now that lens and camera combo is obviously going to vary depending on who you are, what you've got. But for me, it's the Fujifilm X-E4 and a right now 35mm f2. For general street photography shooting, I would recommend a prime, like a wider prime, like a 23-35. Or if you are into your zooms, just make sure it's really light. It looks like here we've got a little photo crew getting after it. So salute to the old dons. Seen a few ancient Fujifilms floating. I guess what I'm getting at here is you just want to minimize the amount of friction you have with your equipment. If something's heavy and a burden, you're not going to bring it out with you. If you don't like the look of it, you're not going to bring it out with you either. So just make sure you have a bit of equipment that you actually enjoy using, and that's lightweight. The next thing you can do as a photographer to make sure that your photo walks are a success is to set some creative limits on yourself. So you don't want to be walking around a whole new city, constantly trying different techniques, trying different lenses, trying different exposures. It's not going to lead to any decent photos. Instead, what you can try and do is to put some limits on yourself for that photo walk in particular. For example, today I'm shooting with the spot metering mode, or it might be only shooting vertical. You might be giving yourself only 20 frames for the photo walk. Whatever this creative limit is, just focusing on the one and sticking with that will make things a whole lot nicer for you and a lot more enjoyable. If you're constantly worrying and constantly trying to get everything, you're going to get nothing. The best way I can explain this is by this spot in particular. You can see right ahead, you've got this beautiful patch of light there. There's a subject there, but whatever. You can see there's this beautiful patch of light and I want to photograph it with the spot metering technique. If I wasn't just focused on spot metering and these types of photos, I may have missed this bit of patch of light in a search for other compositions. So just having one to focus on is going to lead to you getting some photos. This next tip is something I need to do a lot more, and that is to slow down. See, as photographers, we have this obsession to capture everything we can. And whilst that is me a lot of the time, the days that I do slow down and that I do look for light and that I do actually experience the place I'm photographing, those are the photo walks I walk away with the best looking photos. But what I can say about this is there are a few extra little things you can do is to avoid just having AirPods in, walking around and not hearing what's going on and being able to talk to people. And even if you don't speak the language, you can interact with people when you've got a camera. If you've ever wanted to get street portraits, no one's gonna actually say yes if you've got AirPods in and you're not really interested in being a part of the space. So by slowing down, enjoying the walk itself, you're gonna be able to experience the place, which in turn is gonna lead to some much nicer photos. Okay guys, kind of coming to the end of my photo walk today. The light is totally disappearing. My batteries are dying, and I just thought I'd give you one last little bit of advice. So when it comes to photo walks and my approach, although I've gone over all of these tips about your gear, the lighting, making a plan, to be honest, the biggest impact and the biggest thing you can do as a photographer is to stay curious. By staying curious and exploring a new place you're visiting, maybe walking a lot more than you'd expect, or staying out late, heading up to a rooftop that you didn't know was there, are gonna help you create memorable photos that you can take home with you, and that will help develop your photography eye. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you found this useful, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. A reminder about my free newsletter below and my course you can go check out. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.